the achievements of our fabulous 2020 AVCLPers. Due to graduate in May, these resilient and committed leaders have continued on, waiting till the day that they can see each other face to face and give each other a huge big hug. That hasn't happened, but each fortnight they are there. Zoom screen turned on, mute buttons off, starting their sessions with a morning huddle, catching up, supporting each other, celebrating achievements, singing songs, and even swapping crochet tips. So let's have a look now at some of the experiences of the 2020 AVCLP.
Yep. I did also hear myself say yeah. Sorry, that's probably, sorry.
Brings a little bit of a tear to my eye, that video montage. It's just beautiful. The AVCL staff and are supported by a committed group of volunteers that make up our board, who strategically drive the direction of AVCL through hard work and a commitment to community leadership. I would now like to introduce to you our hardworking and very dedicated board chair, Linda Griffiths-Brown.
All right, good evening, everyone. So to our alumni and AVCLP supporters present here this evening, thank you very much for your continued support and belief in Alpine Valley's community leadership. And thank you for the great work that you're doing in our communities. What a roller coaster year we've all had. Our program participants, the board, staff, and right across our region. In fact, Australia and even the world are dealing with this unprecedented change with the impact of COVID-19. Of course, Upper Murray and Alpine Valley's communities were also affected by the bushfires in the Christmas New Year period. And although the fires are out, the recovery process continues for those communities. And now we're going to be dealing with the recovery with the COVID impact as well. I really want to congratulate our cohort of 28 graduates this evening. Particularly, you've had to adapt to the new normal of completing your leadership journey through the lens of bushfires and COVID-19. This 10-month program that you signed up for indeed has probably felt like a long period of time, because it indeed has lasted more like 16 months. We look forward to seeing you further your individual and collective leadership journeys as you continue to participate in our communities, growing our alumni network right across the Alpine Valleys. I want to give a special thank you on behalf of the board to all the individuals, groups, workplaces and organisations who've supported Alpine Valleys Community Leadership and the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Program participants, and have enabled them to have this leadership experience. We value our ongoing and new partner organisations in supporting our emerging leaders. And you might be able to hear that I'm under a flight path near Albury Airport because I've got a plane flying above. I'd especially like to acknowledge the attendance of our patron, John Brown AO. John was one of the founders of AVCLP, was its inaugural chair, and is now our patron. And John has the outstanding record of attendance at every single AVCLP graduation ceremony, including being here via Zoom this evening. I also want to thank the State Government of Victoria for the support of not only our community leadership program, but also the leadership programs that exist right across our state. We have our various sponsors and partners from Agricultural Victoria, the June Canavan Foundation, Into Our Hands, Bendigo Bank, the Williamson Foundation, Gardner Foundation, Telstra CFA, North East Catchment Management Authority, the Department of Environmental, Land, Water and Planning, Susan Benedict, and North East Health Wangaratta, and the list goes on. Many of our sponsors, as well as our supporters who provide in-kind support, are represented on this call here this evening. It's because of what you do that we have 28 fabulous graduates to present to you later this evening. Most of all, I would really like to acknowledge the friends, family and work colleagues of our graduates here tonight. Without you, our graduates wouldn't have made it to this evening. So tonight is for you as well as for our graduates. With these 28 graduates, our total number of alumni grows to 444 from the 20 years of the program. Our graduates join an incredible cohort of community people who continue to make a positive contribution to our community and to their own personal and professional development. To our dedicated and hardworking staff, our volunteer board and subcommittee members, I appreciate all that you do for this great organisation. We all continue to work to realise our vision of vibrant and sustainable communities through local leadership. While we cannot predict the future, we do hope that the COVID-19 pandemic will decrease in its impact and intensity. And it's in these circumstances that the AVCL board have approved aligning the next annual program with the 2021 calendar year. This change brings AVCL into alignment with the other Victorian community leadership programs and is going to allow the great collaboration we've seen across the programs through the last 4 to 5 months to actually increase that collaboration and strengthen the leadership capabilities right across the state. Now more than ever, we need our emerging leaders to step forward in the development of our communities in the face of significant change and challenge. And we look forward to our 2020 graduates in continuing to strengthen our communities in resilience, problem solving and self-determination. So on behalf of the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Board, to our graduates of 2020, I say congratulations, and it's going to be fantastic to have you as part of our alumni. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda. And I'd also like to say thank you so much for all the work that you do on behalf of AVCL. You're a tower of strength and we're lucky to have you.
Thanks, Carly. That's very kind.
Well, tonight our graduates are in their homes, enjoying some goodies that's been sent to them. on behalf of the staff and the AVCL board. Thank you to Project 49 for compiling some beautiful treats from our region. I hope you're enjoying those tonight, graduates. I know I will be later. I now have the pleasure of introducing you to our keynote speaker for this evening, Mr. Shane Wright. Shane is a proud AVCLP alumni, a well-known and highly regarded journalist who developed the early part of his extensive career right here in our region. Shane worked at the Border Mail in Albury for 6 years to May 2000, and it was during this time that he graduated from the Alpine Valley's Community Leadership Program. Since then, he's worked in a range of key media roles and is now the Senior Economics Correspondent for The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald. Shane's written about politics, economics, and the global economic environment and consumer economic issues. He's a regular guest on the project and has endured more than his fair share of federal budget media lockups. And we were in Canberra only last year to see that. Fitting he is here with us tonight, as last week our participants virtually went to Canberra and met with a variety of politicians, including Barnaby Joyce, President of the Senate, Scott Ryan, Zali Steggall, and our very own Dr. Helen Haynes and Kathy McGowan. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Shane. Over to you.
Well, that was just far too generous, Carly, for those comments. You are coming from the salubrious newsroom of the Sydney Morning Herald and The Age here in the Parliamentary Press Gallery. If anyone's ever been into a newsroom, they will know that it is worn, absolutely untidy to a fault, and fortunately, there's no swearing going on right at the moment, but look, I can't guarantee that that won't occur later as we proceed. I just want to, before we start, I want to actually give a special yell out to Irene Grant, who I've just noticed is messaging there, because Irene and I were there, my God, in 1999 and early 2000 when we did that inaugural program. But tonight, thanks to a bit of a few wires and a bit of electricity, we are here to celebrate your achievement as graduates of the Alpine Valley Community Leadership Program. And you've done it through one of the most traumatic and astounding years of all time. Now, historians look at various years as the most important in recorded history. Say, 1453, I know that came to your mind very quickly. Constantinople fell, Gutenberg invented the movable type, and the Renaissance got underway in Europe. Or maybe it's 1450, maybe it's 1340, given we're talking about pandemics this year. That was the year that the Black Death started moving its way through Europe and killed up to about half the population. Or 1870, the Franco-Prussian War ended, Germany unified, and we effectively started our way down the path to modern Europe. But 2020 is giving these years a pretty good run for their money, especially in a year in this country where not only have we become experts on viruses, but we started the year with smoke so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. And like the Northeast here in in the Canberra area, where people were actually waiting outside their suburban doors, waiting for fire to rip through from the Brindabellas. Also, of course, it's the year that you've graduated from the Alpine Valley Community Leadership Program. So clearly 2020 is going to be marked in the history books for one reason or another. But back in 1999, the thought of making history was far from the mind of the 20 people who signed up to do that first community leadership program. In my case, the then manager of the Border Mail had decided that the paper would support the program, both financially and by putting someone into the program. He came up with the 28-year-old then Chief of Staff to take that chance. Not only from the various skills that we all developed, but the chance to meet people from across the region, it has been one of the most important parts of my work career and life career. If there's nothing else that you've taken from the past, 16 months of work, then the chance to learn from the lived experience of others cannot be underestimated. But outside of that experience, the program you've just gone through will, like a thief in the night, leave its fingerprints all over you. One of my clearest memories of the graduate year, apart from going skiing around the back of Dinner Plain with a few members, and that night getting uproariously drunk watching the Cricket World Cup, was a discussion on the importance of putting up an alternative view. This could be telling your boss that they were wrong, challenging a workmate to explain what they really meant after a 5-minute jargon-filled discourse, or just generally saying, hold on a minute. The next day, after our very excited piece of learning, I was back at work during the morning conference of the Board of Mail that included the editor and the deputy editor and the sports editor. That day, the paper had a very weird story on its front page, which was having a go at chiropractors, which I felt shouldn't have had a run. Now, taking on those lessons from the day before, I said so. Well, the editor, whose idea was for that story and who had a vested interest in the whole issue, did not take too kindly to having his judgment tested. Editors at the best of time aren't that keen on being challenged, especially when it's an issue close to their heart or one in which they absolutely believe in. I'm not sure how many of you have ever worked in a newsroom, but they are not places for wilting violets. And the English language can be condensed into a series of 4-lettered words at a particularly high volume, which happened after I brought up my concern about the paper's front page story. None of this was actually brought up in the leadership discussion of the importance of expressing an alternative view. There was no warning of yelling and slamming doors. All that occurred about 10 in the morning. So out of that whole lesson, I did take another lesson. While theory is great, practice is also useful when it comes to leadership. It's funny that 20 years on, that one lesson still sticks in my mind. That's partly because of the importance I find it now working in the Federal Press Gallery. If the Board of Mail newsroom was not a place for wilting violets, let me assure you that any violets are wiped out inside 5 minutes of getting up the lift and walking along the second floor of Parliament's building, where the nation's most competitive piece of journalistic real estate is housed. People here really do play for sheep stations. And one of the things the gallery's members are most often accused of, apart from making up stuff when there's clearly something going on, is that it engages in groupthink. So over the years, trying to challenge groupthink, and it does go on, means thinking back to that lesson I learnt back in the Alpine Valley's Community Leadership Program. I'll give you an example. While I was working at the West Australian, with perhaps my best friend here, Andrew Probyn, who's now the political editor at the ABC, we had a huge stand-up fight over a policy that Kevin Rudd had announced during the 2013 election campaign. Now, having strong views and expressing them is not all that unusual in the gallery, but we took it to, if you're any Spinal Tap fans, we took it to 11. So loud was the fight that people 2 or 3 rooms down from where we were could hear us. And from there, the fight between Wright and Probyn got back to the campaign bus of Kevin Rudd, who was at that moment in the Northern Territory. That was an argument with a close friend, and it managed to travel about 4,500 kilometres inside 2 or 3 hours. When you're standing in the Prime Minister's courtyard and he says something that you know is not correct or is open to debate, you have to be prepared to say so. And if, like a few years back, I was standing in the garden in Tripoli in Libya, in the compound of Gaddafi's eldest son, surrounded by beautiful rosemary and a dozen blokes with very large machine guns, you also have to be prepared to say what you think. From a room in the Wangaratta Council chambers to North Africa, there are lessons from the leadership program that have stuck with me. All of which is getting more important. For the past 4 years, anyone with an interest in the US political system has seen what happens when communities and individuals fail to call out obvious mistruths or problems. More than 100 million Russians are living in a world where the president can stand up and simply lie with impunity or poison those who challenge their worldview. President Xi in China is doing the same, aided by a community-wide apparatus that rewards those prepared to make stuff up. Boris Johnson campaigned for Brexit with lies. This crosses left and right, Liberal and Labor, and it's easy to blame our politicians for doing all of this. But that absolves voters, community leaders, business operators, and everyone else with a stake in society. We have to stand up and call it out. To argue that it's somebody else's responsibility is, frankly, a cop-out. And all this, learning how to stand up and call out something that's wrong or challenge something, it can start amongst the graduates here tonight of the Alpine Valley Community Leadership Program. I've actually just finished a book called Calling Bullshit, The Art of Skepticism in a Data-Driven World. Its whole thesis is that as a society, we're being overwhelmed by false information, badly presented information, self-evident truths that aren't self-evident, or shameless self-promoters who trade in the art of showering us with bulldust. Now, look, the only thing I want showered in bulldust is my tomato plants. But as authors Carl Bergstrom and Yevon West open their book, this is their take on the situation. The world is awash with bullshit and we're drowning in it. Politicians are unconstrained by facts. Science is conducted by press release. Silicon Valley startups elevate bullshit to high art. Colleges and universities reward bullshit over analytical thought. And bullshit pollutes our world by misleading people about specific issues, and it undermines our ability to trust information in general. Now, I'm not suggesting the 2020 graduates of the program become a warrior class of people prepared to call out rubbish every time they see it, or get into an argument with their boss, their workmate, or their life partner. That would be great for newsrooms like mine, but society would struggle. And from that lesson, the day after my program back in 1999, you do have to balance it with reality and the society around it. But life would be pretty boring though, if I could not, as I did the other day, just ahead of a Josh Frydenberg press conference about the nation's first recession in 29 years, explain to a few other reporters why Kate Bush is without doubt the finest female musician of all time. You have to pick your battles. But as community leaders, there's a responsibility to use your freshly honed skills to better the community. It could be the school P&C, it could be a volunteer sporting organisation, it could be local government, or it could be a campaign for a new community facility. By completing the community leadership program, you've all been given a great opportunity. You've been given skills that can help the community, your friends and families. So go out and use them. Be prepared to call bulldust when you see it, and be prepared to challenge those who might want to smother you in that. Do it the right way, and 2020 might be recognised as another great year, another important year, not just because of a virus and bushfires, but because of a group of people prepared to stand up and call things out. Have a great night, guys. Cheers.
Shane, thank you so much. So well said. There's a few things that stand out for me. One, and I remember talking to you about this in Canberra, is that you still love Spinal Tap. So kudos to you for still sticking with your music genre that you love. Another is standing up, and we heard a very similar message from Kathy McGowan recently. And I think that's really important when you believe in something and you need to call BS, is that you stand up and not bystand and let that happen. balancing reality and also societal expectations is something that also resonated with me, and I'm sure many others. And we can't thank you enough for your time tonight, coming to us live from the newsroom and making the time to not only share your wisdom with us, but congratulate the 2020 graduates. We're so lucky to have you as part of our alumni. You are such an inspiration, and we wish you all the best with what's next for Shane Wright. And look forward to seeing you on Insiders or the project, or reading your many articles really soon. Thanks so much, Shane. Okay, so AVCL wouldn't be here today if it was not for the visioning of a select group of people. And one of those is John Brown. John is the eldest son of John Charles and Patricia Brown. Patricia is one of my favourite wines, and became the third generation of winemakers at Millawa. John has held positions of winemaker, chief winemaker, and chief executive officer. His interest in winemaking has been paramount for most of his formative years. He'd spent most of his youth driving tractors in the vineyard, pumping wine, pressing grapes, or washing vats, and generally helping out with the winemaking process. So it's no surprise that he chose winemaking as his speciality. John was also a founding member of the AVCLP board, serving from 1998 to 2005. Upon his resignation, he was asked to become the patron of AVCLP, which he has accepted and has held his role to the present day. He has spoken to many AVCLP groups, and as Linda mentioned, has not missed a graduation, and he shares his knowledge and his wisdom with such passion. John is here with us tonight, and it's my pleasure to introduce him, Mr. John Brown.
Hello, Carly, and thank you for that introduction. But first of all, I'd like to issue a big welcome to our graduates tonight, the whole 28 of you. And my hearty congratulations go to you for embarking on a life-changing and a life-enhancing experience. Not only will your lives be changed and enhanced, but those who become your followers and those you lead will find that they have life-changing experiences too. So thank you very much indeed for participating in this program. I'd like to say hello to all of the other people who are watching tonight in this unusual way of presenting a graduation ceremony. That the alumni, welcome along, the AVCL board and staff, your partners, the friends, associates, and just the supporters of this virtual ceremony. Not since World War II has there been more need for leadership, in my view. We've had the catastrophic bushfires, as been mentioned before, where it's got a lot of people with their backs to the walls and been really badly affected. And of course, they need help to get back on their feet again and get back into doing what they used to do in more normal times. But it's great to see how the community pulls together when people have their backs to the wall like that. And we've seen this in the bushfire situation. People have come out of the woodwork and shown leadership from all quarters. Now we've experienced the world pandemic. What a terrible thing that is, to come on top of the bushfires. And once again, emerging leaders have come to the fore. But people are hurting, and when people are hurting, there is real need for leadership to help them get over their stress and get back on their feet when this thing goes away. Fortunately, we've got the AVCL with a wonderful resource inspiring new leaders in our area. And I'm delighted that it's working so well and every year producing a new generation of leaders in our district. These leaders have to be making a positive difference in our area. What a benefit they are. So what triggered the implementation of the AVCLP, as we called it in those days? In 1998, Graham Nicholas was the manager of the River City of Wangaratta Economic Development Unit. I was a member of his advisory committee. Now, Graham invited me to attend a seminar with him in Benalla. The speaker at that seminar was Dr. Peter Elliott, a professor from Melbourne University and a futurist, a fellow who uses facts and data to try and project what's going to happen into the future. Dr. Elliott forecast massive change ahead, much of it driven by info technology development, and a lot of other changes were happening too, which he forecast would cause people to need to change and adapt or fight it and lose out on the opportunities that might be generated. He mentioned the general resistance to change that people have and the stresses that people endure when they do that. But there are always benefits to come out of change, and the leaders are the ones who will help people identify those benefits and run with the benefits that are offering. So in that workshop session, we were set out on tables of 6 after Dr. Elliott had done his presentation, and Graham Nicholas and I happened to be on the same table, and we were invited to try and work out what we're going to take away from this session and do when we got back home and back into our offices. Our table nominated Leadership Development Program as a way of leveraging the beneficial opportunities that would invariably arise. We thought that this is probably the best way we can help our community through the various challenges that are going to be coming up in the future. It's notable that Peter Elliott didn't forecast catastrophic bushfires, nor did he forecast a coronavirus. So we've had that on top of all the changes that he was anticipating. Thank goodness the leadership program has been there to help support people through these difficult times. But thanks to Graham Nicholas' leadership, we now have AVCL. Had Graham not invited me to go to that function, maybe this organisation would not exist. So we need even more leadership now to help the community deal with all the negative impacts of what we've been experiencing. Beneficial opportunities will inevitably arise from these disasters. The 22-year AVCL program and about 440 graduates are delivering huge community benefits in our area. They will now be challenged. You will all be challenged now to exercise your newfound skills and do what you can to help the community over these difficult times. I'll be watching with keen interest as you track your journeys. It'll be very interesting reading your names in the paper as leaders of the many organisations and organisations yet to be formed in our area. Please, when you see an opportunity arise, remember those 2 10-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. Again, congratulations to the graduates and enjoy your newfound strength and your future achievements. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Such beautiful, heartfelt words. And I can say over the past 5 years that I know that you construct your words thinking of each and every individual cohort and make it so heartfelt, so genuine. And we are so lucky to have you as our patron. And we value your support so much. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Okay, so this year we celebrate the successful graduation of 28 participants. This is our largest cohort to date, and with 45 applicants of high calibre, shortlisting was one big process. But each and every applicant or each and every graduate deserves to be here and has made up the beautiful recipe of AVCLP that it is. Like every year, a cohort of regional leaders that are ready to impact their communities and the northeastern border regions sign up for our program. I would now like to introduce our interim executive officer, Roberta Baker, to be my partner in congratulating the graduates tonight.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Roberta.
Sorry, I just had a few messages. So as Carly said, I'm the Interim Executive Officer for Alpine Valley's Community Leadership, and it is my immense pleasure to share the role with Carly of introducing our 28 graduates.
And to start off the celebrations, we'd like to start by profiling our first graduate. Now, our first graduate is in the unique situation where he's a dairy farmer, and he's worked so hard through this program, like many of our other farmers, to manage the responsibilities of farming and the program. As we speak, Glenn Allen is out on the tractor, making the most of cutting lucerne after beautiful rainfall, and we're running slightly ahead of time. And I've tried calling him, and I think over the noise of the tractor, he hasn't been able to receive my calls while John's been speaking. So I would like to acknowledge Glenn, and I hope that he does jump in and be able to see part of the graduation tonight after working 16-hour days and being such a dedicated farmer and a dedicated advocate for the dairy industry. I'll tell you a little bit about Glenn. Glenn is also fondly known within the cohort as G2, and he's a fourth generation of the Allen family to operate a dairy business in the Millawa district, and is the recipient of a Gardner Dairy Foundation scholarship. Glenn is a great advocate. His humour and his wit has been so greatly appreciated through the program, and he's very well valued by his fellow participants. I'm sorry he can't be here to show us his certificate. He'd probably be bouncing around on his tractor. But Glenn, when you do get to watch this back, and to all of Glenn's family, congratulations, Glenn.
Oh gosh, I hope he can come and join us a bit later when he finishes his work. The next graduate we have is Murray Bennett of Everton. Murray is a partner in a family-owned beef, lamb and wool farm in Everton, and is a recipient of the Agriculture Victoria Scholarship. Murray believes the most rewarding aspect of the entire Alpine Valley's community leadership experience is the people he has met and the networks he's made. And he knows that he will have those networks forever. Well done, Murray. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. While I got the opportunity, I'd just like to thank AVCL and Agriculture Victoria for giving me the opportunity to be part of this fantastic program. Thank you.
Okay, our next graduate is Alita Briggs of Glen Rowan. Alita is the Land Use Planning Team Leader for the Environmental Protection Agency, otherwise known as the EPA. At the beginning of the program, Alita was excited about the opportunity to reflect and understand how others see her as a leader. During AVCLP, Alita has discovered the authentic leadership style that is uniquely you, Alita. Congratulations.
Is Alita there?
Are you there, Alita?
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Yes, there she is.
Sorry about that. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank EPA Victoria, my family and my parents, AVCL, and my new friends. I appreciate your commitment to my development. Thank you.
Well done. And next we have Jacqueline Broughton from Freeburg. Jacqueline is a teacher at the School for Student Leadership at Dinner Plain and was supported by her employers to complete AVCLP. Throughout the program, Jackie has challenged herself, pushed herself, been vulnerable, and has grown in confidence to be a great community leader for the Alpine Valleys. And I'm sure her confidence will shine wherever she goes and whatever she does. Congratulations, Jackie.
Thank you, Roberta. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. I would like to thank the Alpine Valley Community Leadership Program for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I would also like to thank the School for Student Leadership for sponsoring me to do this course. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jackie. And next we have Thomas Carberry of Albury. Tom is a statutory planning officer and has been sponsored to complete AVCLP by the North East Catchment Management Authority, NECMA. For Tom, AVCLP has been about growth, both in his ability to address issues that are really important to him, but also in his own leadership style. It's been a pleasure to watch you grow, Tom. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Carly and Roberta, for your ongoing support. I'd like to just say congratulations to all my fellow participants and to the North East Catchment Management Authority for supporting me to do this program. Cheers.
Well done, Tom. And next we have Anita Chennell of Noron. Anita started the program as a program leader with the centre in Wangaratta and received a scholarship with AVCLP longtime supporters, the June Canavan Foundation. Anita has since made a career change and is the manager of Quercus Beechworth, the neighbourhood centre in that town, managing programs, staff and volunteers. AVCLP has given Anita a greater understanding of herself and her values, and I know that she will make an absolute impact as manager of Quercus Beechworth. Well done, Anita. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Roberta and Carly. And thank you, AVCL, for the opportunity. But I would like to especially acknowledge the Dr. June Canavan Foundation for their generous sponsorship. And I'd like to also thank my employer, Quercus Beechworth, and in particular, the board chair, Peter Matthews. Thank you very much for your ongoing support.
Beautiful. Thanks, Anita. Next up, we have Valissa Clark from Benalla. Valissa is the recipient of a workplace scholarship from GoTAFE and holds the position of project officer. Ongoing, Valissa hopes to use the learning that she has gained in the community program she's currently involved with and hopes to expand her community work to new areas. Congratulations, Valissa.
Thank you, Carly. I would like to say a huge thank you to GoTAFE for the opportunity to be in this program, but most especially to yourself for your support and to the other participants. It's been wonderful. Thanks.
And our next graduate is Trish Crockett of Tallangatta. So Trish is a really well-known Tallangatta local who works at Chichoni's IGA and she's also a founding member and club secretary and treasurer of the Talangata Show and Shine, and is a recipient of a scholarship from the Upper Murray Development Board. Trish lacked confidence in her own abilities at the beginning of the program, but she was constantly amazed by the encouragement and support from all the other participants and their belief in her. And I know that she'll just go on from strength to strength. Well done, Trish. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the AVCL board for this opportunity to partake in this amazing program, and a huge thanks to Upper Murray Development for this generous gift of the scholarship. This will allow me to continue to improve my leadership skills to better contribute to my community. Thank you very much. It's been such a wonderful journey.
Good on you, Trish. Talangata's lucky to have you. Okay, next up is Jane Diplock of Mansfield. Jane is a recipient of a workplace sponsorship from one of our supporters, Mansfield Shire Council, who have been long supporters of AVCLP. And Jane has a new role with Council, and her new role title is Network and Health Promotions Officer, and has said that exposure to so many leaders through the program from the northeast of Victoria and border regions has been simply remarkable. Congratulations, Jane.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I would in particular like to thank Mansfield Shire Council for encouraging me and supporting me. I really value that. And the support of everyone with Alpine Valleys, Carly, Roberta, and all of you. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Well done. And our next graduate is Elise Fisher from Albury. Elise is the Executive Director of Murray Arts and the recipient of the Hugh Williamson Foundation Scholarship for the Arts. Elise is welcoming her first child next month, and I'll be first in the queue for a cuddle. And during her maternity leave, will reflect and vision where she sees herself in the future. Elise has been a great fun energy to have in this year's cohort. Well done, Elise. Good luck with your baby and good luck with your leadership journey. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's awkward to do this virtually, but thank you to the Hugh Williamson Foundation for having a dedicated scholarship for the creative industries. I am very blessed to fly the flag this year for the cohort. Thanks.
Well done.
Thanks, Elise. Good job. And next graduate on the list is Julie Hancock of Wangaratta. Julie's a clinical nurse consultant in oncology at Northeast Health Wangaratta, another of our valued workplace sponsors. Julie believes that AVCLP has allowed her to identify which areas of the community she'd like to become actively involved in, and it's given her the confidence to take on the challenge. Congratulations, Jules.
Well done, Julie.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Carly and Roberta. Also, I'd like to thank the rest of AVCL and Northeast Health Wangaratta for the opportunity to partake in this course. I'd also like to thank my family, friends and the oncology team for their support, and congratulations to my fellow participants. Thank you.
Well done. And next we have Monique Hillener of Wangaratta. Monique is sponsored by the rural city of Wangaratta and has a role with council as Projects and Recreation Officer. Monique is looking forward to continuing her work with the community and practicing good leadership and good fellowship in everything that she does and believes in. Thank you so much, Monique. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much. I'd like to just quickly thank the Royal City of Wangaratta for all their support. I know some of my colleagues are online, so thank you all for your patience and support. Thank you to my family for all your support, and of course, thank you to AVCL for this opportunity.
Well done. Congratulations.
Congrats, Monique. Next, we have Dave Hume of Mansfield. Dave is a technical officer for Mansfield Shire Council and a hidden songstress. He's generously sponsored, Mansfield Shire Council has generously sponsored 2 candidates this year. Dave has said that for him, AVCLP is as much a life experience as it has been a personal development course and a leadership program. You're a valued member of the cohort, Dave. Congratulations.
Congratulations and well done on your singing.
Don't know about that
and songwriting.
Well, thank you very much. It's been an honour and a privilege to be a part of the program. I'd like to thank Mansfield Shire Council for supporting my application and being my sponsor. I'd like to thank the incredible Carly for everything she's done throughout the program and my family for supporting me. Thank you very much.
Well done. And next we hop across the border to Corowa to hear from Jill James. Jill is the event manager for Cofield Wines in Waganya and has been sponsored by Winemakers of Rutherglen. Jill is looking forward to continuing to put herself outside her comfort zone and utilising her newly developed leadership and networking skills within her own community. Well done, Jill.
Am I on? Okay.
Over to you, Jill.
Yep. Jill?
Oh, am I on?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes.
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 Sorry. I'd like to thank AVCL. It's been an amazing program. Our cohort's been amazing, and I'd also like to thank Winemakers of Rutherglen for sponsoring me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well done,
Jill.
That was weird. Oh shit! What did I do?
Always going to be some bugs with our first webinar. Thanks, Jill. Congratulations. Our next graduate up is Diarmaid Kelly of Beechworth. There he is. Diarmaid began the program as Partnerships Manager with the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning, DELT. Now working in a senior role with Bushfire Recovery Victoria, he's utilising the network of contacts he's developed through AVCLP to help support our fire-devastated communities. Such important work. Congratulations, Diarmaid.
Thanks, Carly.
Well done, Diarmaid.
Big thanks to you and to Roberta and AVCL. A big thanks to the participants and to my sponsors, the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning, particularly Brian Thompson and Claire Kiley, who are online. And finally, to my family who are dialing in from Melbourne, and a load of them are dialing in from Ireland at the moment. So a big hello to you all.
Woo. Hello, Ireland. Oops. So now we come to Mim McGowan of Castle Creek. Mim is a board director with NECMA, North East Catchment Management Authority, and was the recipient of a part sponsorship with her organisation and that of Susan Benedica, a long-time supporter of AVCL. Mim has said that participating in AVCLP during the bushfires and COVID-19 has been very challenging, particularly moving to the online format, but that an advantage has been the longer program. So well done for your endurance. Congratulations, Mim.
Thank you. I'd like to thank particularly my sponsors, the North East Catchment Management Authority, and particularly Susan Benedica. I'd also like to acknowledge the flexibility of the board, our acting CEO, Roberta, and particularly Carly, who's done an incredible job with all the challenges we've faced. And finally, I would like to acknowledge my cohort. What an incredible group of people. I'm so happy to enjoy this group of people and be part of their network. And I have every confidence they'll step up and be incredible leaders in the future for our area. Thank you.
Thanks, Mim.
Thanks, Mim. Well said. Congratulations. Our next graduate is a friend of Mim's, Bobby McKibben of Wodonga. Bobby is a small business owner and a passionate renewables energy advocate. She is also the recipient of the Telstra Regional and Rural Scholarship. Bobby has said that as hard as the year has been, we have all gained a lot more than we ever expected. Had these events not occurred, we lived it, we breathed it, and we were able to practice our learnings. Congratulations, Bobby.
Well done, Bobby. You're a champion.
Thanks, Carly. Thanks, Roberta. I'd like to thank Telstra Countrywide for the scholarship. It's opportunities like these that definitely go into shaping our future regionally and then have a greater impact on our broader world. I'd also like to thank our amazing speakers that we've had across the year as well for giving their time and believing in something that's so valuable. And then I'd like to thank my family and my workplace who've supported me throughout this as well and allowed me to have time out of my business to be able to participate, and certainly to AVCL for making this possible. And Carly, you have been our absolute rock. You are an amazing person through this, so I have absolute deepest of gratitude to you. And lastly, I'd like to thank 2020. You tried to break us and you couldn't, and you've made us. Thank you.
Oh, that's a great one-liner. Well done, Bobby. So, following on, Glenn Mercer of Millawa. Glenn, who's also fondly known in the cohort as G1, is a volunteer support officer with Volunteer Fire Brigades Victoria. He's also a keen CFA volunteer and a recipient of a CFA member scholarship. Glenn will use his learnings to research how we can have more resilient communities when it comes to emergencies, which will always be with us, and how we can better prepare and develop our young people. Very admirable. Well done, Glenn. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Roberta. And I'd just like to say thank you to AVCL and the CFA for sponsoring me as one of the sponsors with Craig Thorpe. And I think there is a bit of contention sometimes of who's called G1 and who's called G2. So, and thank you to all my fellow participants. It's been fantastic, and I know we'll continue the journey. And also yourself, Roberta, and Carly, just being that shining rock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, G2 or 1?
1. G1.
Thanks, Glenn. And next is our Albury constituent, Brett Mugridge. Brett's an associate civil engineer and has been sponsored by his organisation Spire in Albury. Brett and his wife have had a new baby just this week. Throughout the year, Brett believes the program has helped achieve 2 goals that he'd set. 1, to improve his public speaking, and 2, to grow a network within Northeast Victoria. And I believe, Brett, that you've done just that. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Carly, and thank you for everything you've done for us this year. I'd also like to thank the rest of the AVCL family and also Spire for supporting me through the year, in particular, Colin Elliott. You supported me in the workplace, and it's been fantastic. Thank you.
Congratulations. Now we come to the small town of Beechworth once again, and our next graduate is Jack Nelson. Jack started the program running his own massage business and juggling multiple projects, including running the first From Little Things community Family Musical Festival in Beechworth. Jack is the recipient of the Into Our Hands Foundation Scholarship and feels that at the end of the program, he has more clarity and is better guided by his values and balance within his own life. Sounds like an awesome journey. Well done, Jack. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks very much, Roberta, and thanks very much to AVCL. Carly, you've been amazing. Couldn't thank you enough. All of the other participants have been absolutely incredible. What a journey we've been on, and yeah, just couldn't say thanks enough for sharing that with me. I need to say thank you, and I want to say thank you to Into Our Hands for the sponsorship. And last but not least, my family. And so my wife, Alex, and 3 gorgeous kids and extended family who have helped with looking after kids while I've been off doing program days as well. Thanks very much, guys.
Well done.
Thanks, Jack. Our next is Amy Northwood of Chess Hunt. Amy is a teacher and has been sponsored by the outdoor school 15 Mile Creek. Amy's learnt the biggest drive and passion for change comes from community. She hopes to assist individuals, community and businesses to move forwards towards renewable energy and to mitigate against climate change for future generations, which we all know and your fellow participants know you're so passionate about. Congratulations, Amy.
Well done.
Thank you so much, Carly and Roberta and all of AVCLP. It has been an absolute privilege to be part of this program. I'd also really like to thank Outdoor School 15 Mile Creek for sponsoring and supporting me through this program. I'd like to thank my husband, Maddie, and my family for riding the waves with me. And I'd really like to thank my fellow leaders and participants. You are all just simply wonderful. Thank you and well done.
Oh, well done, Amy. And now we travel back to Beechworth for our next graduate, who is Bronwyn Parker. Bronwyn started the program as Facilities Officer, Tourism and Marketing at her sponsoring organisation, Alpine Shire Council. She's now working in a bushfire recovery role and has moved to Beechworth from Bright and will use her new skills to inspire and lead her communities towards positive change. Well done, Admiral. Congratulations, Bronwyn.
Apologies, I'm that one today. Thank you so much, Roberta and Carly. I'd particularly like to say a big thank you to my sponsor, Alpine Shire Council, the AVCL board, our guest speakers, my partner Ben and my family, and my cohort who are just absolutely amazing. Your support throughout this journey has just made it what it is. And thank you so much.
Oh, well done. Great work.
Thanks, Bron. And our next graduate up is Laura Sutherland of Tallandoon. Laura is a physiotherapist with Align Work Health in Albury, and she's an absolute inspiration. Starting the program with a 12-week-old baby Rosie and a toddler at home. In between nappy changes, feeding and getting Rosie to sleep, Laura managed program days and retreats, all while taking on the learning of AVCLP, and Rosie has become a little bit of our unofficial mascot. Laura feels that being exposed to our region in depth, meeting key leaders and creating friendships with the other participants has been truly rewarding and special. Congratulations, Laura.
Thank you very much.
Great work, Laura.
Thank you. I'd like to say a big thank you to the Gardner Dairy Foundation for sponsoring my spot on this amazing program. A big thank you to Carly, and also congratulations to the other participants, and thank you for such a great years, 18 months, you know. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Next we come to Craig Thorpe of Moyu. Craig is our second CFA scholarship recipient. He is the owner and operator of W&C Beef Enterprises. At the end of the course, Craig said that he's finding AVCLP a bit like a good book. He wants it to end, but he doesn't want the experience to finish. And thanks the other course participants who made the experience so rich for him. Well done, Craig. Hope you continue reading this story forever.
Thank you very much, Roberta, for those kind words. And thanks very much to the CFA for their sponsorship. So I've really genuinely appreciated the CFA's involvement, and I hope that it continues a long relationship between them and the AVCLP. I'd like to thank my family, but most of all, I'd like to be able to thank the other course participants who have made it so worthy for me. Thank you.
Oh, well done.
Awesome. Thanks, Craig. And next up is Shane Tompkins of Wangaratta. Shane's a registered nurse with Albury Wodonga Health and is part sponsored by Susan Benedica, and such an eager participant that he self-funded his own place in the program. Shane has learnt that he is capable of much more than he believed, that he does have the ability to create positive change, and he feels privileged that his group could spend more time together due to COVID-19. Congratulations, Shane.
Whoops, technical hitch. Are you there, Shane?
Yep.
Ah, there you are.
To you. Perhaps my kind words have made you speechless.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I just want to thank everyone for the experience, and especially Susan Benedica, who funded my place. Thank you, Susan, and thank you, Carly, for all your love and support for all of us. You've just been amazing. And thank you to all the people in the cohort, just incredible people, and together we'll make a big difference in this area. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Great work. And our next graduate is Suzanne Ville of Wangaratta. Suzanne is a Client Services Manager at Provide All Living Supports, or PALS for short, and has been sponsored by her organisation to complete the AVCL program. Suzanne believes that the course has allowed her to get to know 27 inspiring individuals, and that it is evident to her that people all have a compelling backstory, and that this has shaped each of us in different ways and given us our own unique leadership style. Well said, Suzanne. Very true. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Roberta. I'd like to firstly acknowledge Julie Brooks, who is my CEO, who has unwavering support for me. And when I approached her about AVCL and doing the program, neither of us would have known what a tumultuous year it would be for our organisation. And Julie has stepped in every fortnight to free me up so that I could attend the course. So thank you very much, Julie, and thank you to the Board of PALS for supporting me to allow me to do this course. And as a newcomer to the area, I have to say I now know 27 other wonderful people, and I've met a whole heap of other people, so I'm infinitely more connected into this community than I was 12 months ago. And thank you very much to my children. You are the rock in my life and have meant a lot. Thank you.
Well done, Suzanne. It's just fantastic.
Thank you, Suzanne. Our region is so lucky to have you. Really looking forward to seeing where you go next. Next, we're nearly there, everyone. Next up, we have Tim Wallace of Albury. Tim is the recipient of the AVCLP Alumni Scholarship, with funds raised from previous graduates and alumni. Tim started the program as an outdoor engagement officer, working with Junction Support Services and working with really vulnerable young people. Tim has now made a big career change and he's undertaken an adult apprenticeship in carpentry, and he's following his dreams and an inspiration to us all. Well done, Tim Wallace.
Great work, Tim.
Thanks, Carly. Thanks, Roberta. I'd really like to thank thank you, Roberta. I'd like to thank the 2018-19 graduates. They raised the scholarship that I was the recipient of. I'd love to thank Carly for being our guide on this vagabondage. And I'd love to thank my wife for supporting me through the journey that is AVCLP. And thanks very much to the board as well. Thank you.
Great work, well done. And we now come to Rachel Wolfe of Mansfield. Rachel is a clinical nurse consultant at Mansfield and District Hospital and is the recipient of a scholarship from long-term partners of AVCL, the Mansfield and District Community Bank. Rachel has said AVCL has inspired and encouraged me to explore and learn outside my usual sphere and provided me an amazing insight into what my community and region has to offer. I feel activated and empowered to make a difference. Go, Rachel. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Carly, the meeting host has, oh, I'll start my video. There we go. Sorry, I was disabled. Thank you so much, Carly and Roberta, for being so proud of us. It's really, really heartwarming. Thank you for all your support on the journey. I want to thank Mansfield and District Community Bank for sponsoring me and for all they put into our community. I really look forward to working with them. Thank you to my beautiful husband, my 3 kids and my parents, without whom I could not have attended every single session of every single program day, which I'm so proud of, and so grateful for all the group that we have. It's been amazing, and congratulations to you all.
Congratulations, everybody. Well done.
Woohoo! It's a big group. This is our biggest group yet. So thank you, everyone, and congratulations, graduates, to all of our guests. That now concludes the presentation of our 28 graduates. May we now present you with the AVCLP class of 2020.
Is it on? You got to turn that off.
Well done, everyone. You're absolutely amazing. Congratulations to the 2020 graduates. You've done an amazing job. Thank you.
Well done, everyone.
Okay. So as our graduates pop back to their lounge rooms or offices or wherever you're joining us from tonight, we would like to show you something a little bit special. AVCLP is a massive commitment, and it wouldn't be without the support and understanding of your family, your friends, your supporters, that our graduates have made it through the last 14 months. Let's have a look at what your loved ones have to say to you tonight.
Hi Murray, just wanted to send a quick message to say congratulations on completing the AVCLP course. I know it's something that you didn't really know what to expect from, but it's been something that you've really enjoyed and got a lot out of, and we're really proud of you. And well done to everybody else for graduating as well. I know Murray's made some lovely friends out of this course and has really enjoyed the networking side of things. So yeah, congratulations.
Hello, Alita. Congratulations on your graduation from the 2020 Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Program.
Oh, yeah.
Under truly
Hilarious.
unique and very trying
Yes.
circumstances.
I've
As
got to echo
always,
again.
you are a total inspiration to myself and the boys particularly for your willingness and capacity for growth in these areas, and that strength has really been evident in the last few months, in particular in the current circumstances, and your willingness to just soldier on and keep pushing yourself. So
Hello.
congratulations again. Congratulations to everyone
Hello.
who's graduating tonight and moving onwards into the future.
Congratulations, Mum, you passed the test.
Hi Thomas, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to you, and I'm very proud of you graduating from your leadership course. I can't wait to see what your next chapter brings. You exceed in whatever you do, and I wish you all the best. Lots of love from all of us.
Congratulations, Nita, on all the hard work and effort that you've done. We're very proud of you. Well done.
Good job, Mum.
Well done. We love you.
Love you.
Hi Mum, congratulations on graduating.
Congratulations.
We're so proud of you, love you so much.
Hey baby, I have to be quiet and sneaky because you're doing housework in the next room. But congratulations on graduating from your program, and it's been great. It's been great watching you enjoy it and getting so much out of it. All good, you're amazing. And I love you.
Hey Mum,
Hi mate.
we're so very proud of you for completing your program.
Yeah, what a tremendous achievement for you, mate.
We love you.
Yeah, very proud of you.
Hi, my name's Dave. I'm Jane's partner. I have been for about 5 years. Jane and I moved from Perth to Mansfield, where Jane had lived before. And in 2016 for a change of scenery, for me mainly. So in that time, Jane got work with Mansfield Council, where she has had a variety of roles. She heard about AVLP a couple of years ago and was very interested to be a part of it. She was keen to explore what being part of this program would mean to her and help with areas in her present job, like public speaking. I think the first 6 months she found the program very helpful, but the next 6 months quite challenging, with mainly Zoom conferences because of the COVID-19. Regardless, I believe Jane took all this on and has a much better understanding of where she would like to direct herself in the future. I am very proud of Jane for completing this program as well as she has, and good luck with all the other participants.
Congratulations on graduating, Lily.
Well done, Jules.
Congratulations, Jules.
Congratulations, Mum. Good work.
Hi Mum, great job completing your course. Very proud.
Congrats, Jules.
Mom.
Congratulations, Jules. Fantastic.
Congratulations, Jules. I know how much time and effort and commitment you have shown through this program. Well done. We're all very proud of you and we love you.
Congratulations, Mon. Awesome work on completing your leadership program, and hopefully you put some of it to use. And congratulations and well done. Awesome work. Bye.
Congratulations, Dave. We think you're just amazing. You took on this challenge, and we're so proud of how you've embraced the opportunity and totally given you all. Even through tough circumstances this year, I've seen how dedicated to the program that you were, and yeah, so congratulations today. You deserve it.
Congratulations, Dad. Can't wait to see what you do next with all these great new experiences from AVCLP.
Jill James, we are super proud of your achievements by even getting through this course, digging deep into your inner soul and overcoming so much stress with all that has been thrown at you in these past 18 months. May the future hold wonderful things for you, darling. Loads of love.
Hey, Mum.
We just wanted to say how proud we are for you for joining this leadership group and stepping out of your comfort zone.
We think it's pushed you in a way that you've been able to open up about your feelings and stress and just, I don't know, become more open, and we're really proud of you.
It's good to see you grow through these times as well with the stressful things that's happened. We've seen a lot of strength and courage come from you.
And you're our #1 leader and inspiration, and we couldn't be more proud to call you our mum.
We love
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Congratulations, AVCLP Class of 2020. Such a great achievement considering the year it has been. How lovely to have something positive to focus on in the midst of madness.
We are so proud of you, Daddy.
Vinton, do you want to say something to Daddy?
You love me, Daddy.
Yeah, we love you, Daddy. Well done.
Hey, Mim. They say average leaders raise the bar on themselves. Good leaders raise the bar for others. And great leaders inspire others to raise their own bar. And that's what you do for me. So congratulations in graduating from the Alpine Valley Leadership Program. Well done. All the best.
Hey Mum, congrats on graduating your Alpine Valleys.
And on an awesome year, because it's been hard and you've been absolutely sensational. Well done.
Congrats on graduating from the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Program, Mum. I'm so proud of you and I wish I could be there with you.
Congratulations, Glenn. We're really proud of you completing the Alpine Valley Leadership Program.
Congratulations, Dad.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Brett, on finishing your community leadership course. Harry, Gus and I are all very proud of you, and we hope you've learnt lots of valuable tools going forward.
Congratulations, Dad, on finishing your course. We're really proud of you.
Well done, Dad. What a big achievement. Congratulations.
You're the leader of our family.
Hi Amy, congratulations on completing your journey with AVCLP. It's been so great to watch you be challenged and inspired, to be overwhelmed and overjoyed, and surrounding yourself with really positive, inspiring people. It's really great to see just how much you have taken from this, and I think you will put it to very much good use in the future. Well done.
Congratulations on graduating, Mum. I'm really proud of all your achievements and hard work this year. It's really paid off, so well done.
Hey Eleanor, what are some words you'd use to describe Mum?
I don't know. Smart and pretty and good and good and...
Smart and pretty.
No, smart and pretty and good and shiny.
And shiny. That's good. Good one, Rosie.
That's all the words I had.
Good girl. Hey Laws, we just wanted to say how proud we are of you finishing your Alpine Valleys course.
Yeah.
We know it was challenging at times, especially at the start with Rosie. I think that's a credit to your character to show how adaptive and resilient you can be when you put your mind to something. So it's a credit to you. We are very, very proud of you. And look, I think you're going to be a great asset to the community with what you've gained out of this program. Is there anything you want to say, Eleanor?
Happy birthday.
It's not her birthday, Dale. But good one.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, Dale. All right. We love you, Mum, and yeah, again, we're very proud of you. Congratulations on finishing.
Happy Father's Day, Mum.
Thanks, Eleanor. All right. Love you.
You served our country in the army, you succeeded in your corporate life, now you're pursuing your passion and doing what you love in farming, and you get to spend every day with me. We couldn't be more proud. Love your family.
Congratulations, Shane, on completing your leadership journey.
We're really proud of you.
Hi, Dad. Congrats and well done on finishing your course. We're all very proud of you. Love you. Hey, Dad. Just want to say well done on graduating.
Well
done, Nanny.
Well
done for finishing your leadership course.
Thanks for season leadership course.
We're very proud of you.
Go Nanny.
Go Nanny.
Congratulations on being a leader, Timmy. I like the most about you is that you're caring and adventurous, and sometimes you take us out hiking, and we always do fun stuff together.
I like your competitiveness.
I like it when he takes us out for dinner. I love Dad because he loves me.
We all love you so much.
Him saying we can go to the SSNAs for dinner.
We all love you lots. Bye.
Congratulations! We love you!
Hi, Bub. The kids and I are so proud of you, and we want to say a big congratulations on finishing this course. Despite a crazy year, you have approached this challenge with poise and dedication and determination, and we just want to say thanks for being an awesome example to us and to being a driving and tolerant force in our family. So thank you. Well done. We're proud of you and we love you.
Well, surprise graduates. I've watched that a couple of times in the last couple of days and it still brings such a smile to my face. It's been an absolute pleasure not only getting to know you, but through that process I've got to know some of your loved ones and they are so genuinely proud of you. That was just gorgeous, and I hope everyone watching tonight really enjoyed that as much as what I have. We are running so ahead of time, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome back our interim EO, Roberta Baker, because we would like to now launch the 2020 AVCLP yearbook.
Oh gosh, what's that expression, out of the mouths of babes? That was just so special. I haven't seen that until tonight and I had to reach for a tissue. And I remember cuddling young little Rosie at the opening retreat. I can't believe she's grown so much. So, as everyone has said already, this year has been one of immense change for AVCL. We've all had to adapt to COVID-19 on top of bushfires. We've had to change to an online content delivery and an extended time frame for the program. And it was in that context that we decided the yearbook needed a bit of a refresh. It needed to reflect these challenges, point to the future, but also through its design, and thanks to Renee Paola for the design, we also wanted to offer some light, some hope, and some inspiration to those who read it. It is my complete pleasure to officially launch the New Look yearbook in honour of our 28 magnificent graduates and our many valued sponsors and supporters. The yearbook is on the AVCL website for you to go and have a look at. And of course, our participants have their very own printed copy because they deserve it. But this is what it looks like. Same design for the certificates, graduate certificates. So it is now officially launched. Well done, everybody.
So you can find our yearbook on our website. Our participants have all had a printed copy in their hampers delivered in the last couple of days. And it's been fabulous putting that together and reflecting on the year that has been, particularly when we think that, as I said earlier, that we were celebrating our 20-year anniversary only 1 year ago. And here we are after so much change. I would also like to thank tonight Adam Bannister, who's been working really hard behind the scenes and working with us to put this event together, Adam, you've been absolutely fabulous, and we couldn't have done this without you. And thank you so much for your sponsorship. Adam has generously sponsored his time as well tonight, putting this event together. So thank you so much. To Madeline Hines, Maddie, who is our executive assistant and our everything at AVCL. You've been absolutely amazing. You've just picked up on all these things that we just couldn't have done without you, and you're such a great addition to the team. So thank you so much. Roberta, you've gone above and beyond. You have always been there. She's been running around delivering hampers, and she's been my absolute rock through this journey, through 2020, which has been such a roller coaster of ups and downs. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for picking me up when I fell and for carrying me along the journey. Thank you so much. Graduates, you make our hearts sing. I can't wait to see you all in person. I am dying just as much as you to get this gathering face-to-face happening as things progress and things open up. This will happen, and we can all be together and celebrate in person. We've got songs, we've got hugs, we've got so much to catch up on. And I can't thank you enough for putting so much time into your reflective pieces, for your virtual final retreat, and for being so accommodating, so supportive. It has been an absolute privilege to be on this ride with you. I wish you all every success with your journey. And yep, there it is, alumni, participants, that's the J word, journey, but there it is. And I wish you all the best forward. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time out of their evening to come and support these 28 amazing people, these community leaders that are about to embark on the next part of their voyage. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being our supporters. This has been live streamed to Facebook, so if there's anyone that you know that may have missed out, please encourage them to jump on and have a look. And I wish everyone here tonight as well all the best for the remainder of 2020. I hope you get to see your families soon. I hope you can have a weekend away, and I hope that you stay optimistic, stay connected, and keep smiling. We're signing off a little bit early tonight, but thank you so much for being with us, and all the best. With thanks. Good night.